Welcome to the east side of Bloomington, Illinois. This is the CarterCast, special edition, kicking off the next era of Jack Lewis Jewelers. I'm Josh, and this is CGA GG, former president of the AGS, Robert M. Shipley Award winner and president CEO of Jack Lewis Jewelers, John Carter.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Carter, any headlines from the past couple months?
No, nothing new really has been going on last couple years. This building sprang out of the ground with the Jack Lewis name on it.
It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah.
You just plant a seed, it grows, just like this.
It took no work at all.
It's quick.
No.
Last time we did a show, we were slightly over there, and we looked back this direction at something that was...
That was our college game day.
It was.
Yeah.
Looks very different now.
Yeah.
Very complete building, which we are going to show everyone today.
Yeah.
This is a fun kind of walk and talk tour to show everyone the new store.
We have a lot of little Easter eggs, I think, to find. Interesting things that we've designed into this building that tell a story. We're all about stories at Jack Lewis Jewelers, and I think that our building does a pretty good job of matching that theme.
We're going to start outside, take a quick step over to the left because there's a really cool clock that I wanted you to show everybody. So
come on, let's take a look at the clock.
So one of the cool things about the store that you had an idea for early on was to put an old school clock outside the store. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so we have this beautiful modern building with, I think, some pretty beautiful design elements. You have the slate, and you have the stone, you have steel, you have glass. But we're an old store. We're going to be 100 years old in a couple of years. And so we wanted a little bit of nostalgia on the outside of our building as well. And so what I wanted to do, it was a way to pay some homage to our founder, Jack Lewis, who some of you may know was a watchmaker. And that's how this store was founded in the 1920s. And so this logo that you see on that clock is the oldest logo that I could find for Jack Lewis.
Yeah.
And I sent it to your team, who beautifully digitized that, and I was able to use that. So you'll see that is our logo, I believe, from the 30s. Yeah. Possibly a little bit older than that. Yeah. And so it's just this nice touch, this little vintage look that's really, it sends a nice message that we know where we came from. We appreciate everything that Mr. Lewis and Mr. Woolwin did to get us to this point. Yep. And as we look towards the future, we always want to make sure that we were paying respect to the past.
100%.
Yep.
Love that it's paired right next to, of course, the new modern logo.
The
past
right there.
and the present, all right here. So it's time to go inside. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Everybody tells me when they drive around town, they say, your building looks so great. And I say, but have you seen the inside? And they say, no. And I say, that's the best part. So I'm really excited to show this to you. Come on in.
So here we are, inside the store. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You've told me a lot of stories about people walk in, they get that first impression. What are some of your examples and stories of people that you've seen do that?
It's my favorite thing is to stand about right here and watch as some of my longtime clients and friends come in for the first time. Yeah. Because everybody stands right there with the same expression on their face. It's just this kind of mouth agape and they look up. I think that we understood when we designed the building that it would have some dramatic effect in terms of height and light. And so that really catches people's attention. And so many times people will say, I can't tell if I'm in Las Vegas or Manhattan or Bloomington. And they always follow that up with a compliment, which is, but you've done it and it feels very welcoming, which is the team, which we'll talk about later, I'm sure. The building can only do so much, but we have this big, beautiful space. What we really want is we want it to transport you out of your local community and really feel like you're someplace elegant and someplace special. And I think that we've achieved that.
100%. You have, of course, the greeting area with the nice, fine, fun logo.
Yeah, so the first thing somebody would see here, Josh, when they walk in, my team does a great job taking turns being stationed here at the greeter station. And again, it's that welcoming spirit that we're always trying to accomplish here at Jack Lewis Jewelers. And so we thought that that really needed to start right at the front door, rather than have somebody walk in and say, okay, where do I go? Who's going to wait on me?
Exactly.
There's no experience like that here at Jack Lewis anymore.
And of course, when people come in for the first time, one of the first things you do is offer hospitality to them at the new area of the bar lounge. Let's head over there.
Yeah.
So this is the bar lounge area at the new Jack Lewis. Tell us about this.
Well, I took the liberty of making you a cortado coffee, Josh, on our cappuccino machine.
That's
grinds
incredible.
the beans, makes any drink you can imagine.
Love it. I'll just go drink this, and you can just take it.
Yeah, I mean, the people don't tune in for you, so that's good.
We've established that.
Yeah, you can just go right over there. I'll let you know more of that.
What was the inspiration for making an area like this in the new store?
You know, we want every experience, whether you come to Jack Lewis Jewelers for a watch battery or to get your ring cleaned or you come to find the timepiece of your dreams, we want every visit here to be an experience and to be a positive experience that you remember. This is, if you came to my house, I would make you a cappuccino. I would try to make you feel welcome. I would offer you a Coke or whatever it is that helps you feel like you're having a great visit with a friend. That's really what we want when you visit your friends here at Jack Lewis.
Yeah.
And obviously the full bar allows us to do that.
You can pan over, show the fireplace. This is obviously a wonderful treat.
Double-sided, so when you walk in the vestibule, you see it on both sides. Yeah.
That's amazing. Lots of wonderful places to sit. Of course, coffee and drinks and all kinds of fun stuff.
To get a water or a beverage, I think at a store is not necessarily a unique experience in 2025. But as my team and I, as we're wrapping our heads around this new beautiful space that we have, and what is the experience that we want to deliver. You know, Missy said one time, you and I were discussing that. She said luxury is a service word for us. Right. And so luxury isn't necessarily luxury as in a snobby experience. Luxury is a service that we can deliver. That we can help you remember. And one of the ways that we talk about doing that is, you know, you see the beautifully done coffee with cookies and with sweetener served just so, right? Every time you get a coffee at Jack Lewis, it will be served in a Jack Lewis coffee cup. It will be served with cookies. It will be served with a smile. And the same thing is when we were here the first week, we had the conversation of, okay, the glassware, you know, I had the nice Jack Lewis glasses made. And I said to my team, I said, under no circumstances does anybody ever just be handed a water bottle if all they want to drink is a water, right? Because it should be served with ice. It should be served in a glass. It should be served with that smile. And as I remind them, this isn't a water bottle store. That's a little thing, right? And some people saying, "Oh, I don't mind having a water bottle." I don't either. But that's not the point. The point is that we're here to serve every little detail that needs to be attended to while you're in our store, and not just handing somebody a water bottle is really important to me. I want every little detail, every little I dotted and T crossed. Check everything off and just make sure when people walk through that front door and they're awed, let's make sure that they leave feeling like they had a really good experience. And the water bottle is a really good thing. So I will say to my team sometimes, we are not a water bottle store. No offense to water bottles everywhere.
No offense. I love it. It's a great example of a little thing that does matter, that does ladder up to the luxury that we're talking about nowadays. And I think that's, the word luxury is tricky from, you know, like I'm the marketing guy, so from a marketing branding perspective, it's like, well, luxury doesn't mean expensive when we use it. Luxury doesn't mean snobby when we use it. Luxury, as you said, Missy said, is a service word. And so I think just something as simple as that, as simple as having coffee, as simply as serving water in a glass with ice, like it just fits. Like it's supposed to be that way. And I think there's a power of a place that kind of demands that sort of service. But isn't that
that's sort of humanity too, right? Like we should be here to serve each other.
Exactly.
And so it's a small thing, and yes, this is a business, and we do commerce here, but it's the message that it sends. We love and respect our customers, and truly, so many of them are really close friends. That the very least we could do is not just hand them a bottle of soda.
A water bottle is not an elevated experience, and certainly not luxury.
It certainly shouldn't be.
Correct. Let's go see more of the store. So here we are. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, this is the fashion corner, or we kind of call it the Italian corner, honestly, because we have some really special brand partners here, where we have Roberto Coin, which we've carried for many years at Jack Lewis Jewelers, and Roberto is just the epitome of beautifully made Italian jewelry. It's colored stones, it's diamonds, it's only 18 karat gold. It's the only material that they work in, white, yellow, and rose gold.
Yeah.
And really just the styling and everything. So we have many Roberto Coin fans.
Yeah.
We have Fopay. We have Kwiat, which is one of the jeweler to the stars sort of brands, and really just very special diamonds. And then brand new to Jack Lewis Jewelers, which you don't even know about yet.
Oh my goodness, breaking news.
Just put out yesterday.
Okay.
And this is a brand that I have wanted.
I'll act like I know what it is then.
You should. I think you'll actually know about this brand because you've heard me talk about it over the years.
Okay.
This is a very special Italian designer called Marco Bicego. I've told you for 15 years I want.
You've been talking about this.
Yes, in this store. And so we have Marco Bicego in the store. We'll get some shots of that.
Their stuff is so cool.
Yeah, it's
we saw them a little bit at out at Centurion when Missy was first looking at them early in, I think, February this year. So you ended up getting them then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yep. We've had talks with Marco Bicego. We really wanted to wait until the timing was right, because it's such a special line that we wanted to launch it at just the right time. And what better time than when they're underneath our beautiful 23-foot ceiling in a really prominent place in our store. So I think it's going to be a really nice addition to what we do. It's a really nice complement to our other offerings. Yeah. And so if you are fans of these other brands that we've carried for many years, I think Marco is going to fit right in with what it is that people love.
100%.
Yeah, really excited about it.
So much fashion jewelry that it can't even be all contained just to this area of the store.
Correct.
There's a whole nother area of the store with more fashion jewelry. Let's head over there.
Yeah, let's go.
So here we are. Tell us about this area of the store that's more fashion jewelry for Jack Lewis.
Yeah, one of the things that gets lost, I don't even know if you know this, but we went from the old store, we had, I think, 170 linear feet of case space. Okay. And we now go from 170 linear feet of case space to almost 400 feet of case space, which on the surface is very scary because it means we have to fill it with jewelry. And while we did do that, and we do have more jewelry in the new store, that one of the things that we loved about what we did in the case design that we have very high showcases now. And Missy in particular really was very adamant that when we get this store, we are going to display jewelry how it should be displayed. Yeah. We did the very best that we could in the store that we had, and I think our team did a great job. Yeah. But in the new store, you'll notice as you pan the cases, you'll see little stories, plans, suites of jewelry. This goes with this. This goes with this. It's not just all crammed together. Yeah. Which we had been guilty of for many years, and my friends have been guilty of for many years. And
you do what you can, right?
Yeah, you do what you can. Yeah. And so in the new store, when you have a blank canvas, and we designed these showcases, which are really about 6 inches taller than our other showcases were, it allows us to tell stories in different ways using different props, different size necks, and things like that. And it really, I think that Missy and Amanda on our team spent the first 3 weeks that we were open just curating the story and telling it right. And I think every day that you come in here and you see how sweet it all looks together, it's really just breathtaking. And so I can't give them enough credit for that. So to answer your question, that was a 3-minute diatribe on how special the showcases are. But really what's back here, we have Lagos, which is our sterling silver line, which we've carried for many years, which just makes incredible pieces, great price points, affordable jewelry, wears forever, stacks so nicely with everything. So we're really proud of Lagos and everything that we've been able to do with them over the years. They're a great addition, and they have a pretty significant presence in our store, as you can see.
There's a very special painting artwork on the wall here. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so this was made by Harold Gregor, who I believe probably we could say pretty rationally is the most famous artist to ever come from Central Illinois. Yeah, I think so. Maybe Illinois. Yeah. He was an old friend of mine. I knew Harold for many years, and his widow Marlene is still a dear friend. And so when we were building the new store, I saw Marlene maybe 6, 8 months ago, and said to her, I want to put a Gregor in the building. So I had this really nice experience where I got to go with Marlene and go through the Gregors and pick out a very special piece. Awesome. I put up a little plaque behind you there just to honor Harold. And this is a piece one of the things that Harold did so well. You know, he was from Michigan, but he came to Illinois and he was a professor here, and he would go up in a helicopter, I think, or an airplane, and he would view the landscape, and the prairie landscape was really beautiful to him.
Yeah.
And he made these paintings across the street. There's a really big one. I don't even know if you know that that's a Gregor at the airport.
No, I didn't know
that huge piece where he does those long shadows of the silos and everything.
Sure.
That's really what he does. But obviously, a gifted oil painter can make an oil painting look like a photograph.
Yeah.
And this looks like home. And what's really interesting about this is if you see when we go into the shop and I show you the window there, this almost looks like a window as to what this field behind me would have looked like.
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
It's true.
And so you just see this beautiful, I had this great experience with Marlene where she explained to me some of Harold's work, and she said, you know, he would always put a rut in the middle of the painting, which you see here in the light green. She said he did that. It's an artist thing as a focal point. Yeah. Does draw your eyes, but he also did it in a figurative sense as well. And this is a really sweet moment where she said to me, because life is full of ruts. And I think that's a really nice, it's a very, so you look at this, you might just see a painting. Some people might just see a painting, but I see the work of my friend, and I see the work of somebody who spent his life in this area and captured where we live so beautifully. So I encourage you to come in and admire our Gregor, because we're really proud of it. It's a really special piece.
It's awesome. One of the great things about the history of Jack Lewis is that we've always focused on meaning and what that piece of jewelry means. Yeah. I would say one of the places that exemplifies that best is the repair shop. The service that you can get where something, if it's broken or busted, it's never quite gone forever. You can always get it restored and to that meaning that you've had before. So the repair shop is the next stop on the tour. Let's go over there and talk about it. Check it out. So we are here at, what do you call this, intake? Is this the where people bring their repairs to get serviced?
Yeah, this is the repair intake. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. And we're recording this early in the day. We're not quite up and running yet, but what you'll notice is this 65-inch TV behind us here, where Caitlin and Nate will sit here and they'll work with our clients. They'll come obviously and sit here and they have their special piece. And what's nice about that TV is we can take their piece of jewelry, put it under the microscope, and it's up on that TV, so we can say, here's your prongs that need to be repaired. Here's why this piece needs to be replaced. Yeah. It's just a good way. So often jewelry repair is kind of take our word for it. And in this case, it's really been a good way for us to illustrate why something needs to be done, why it might be pricey, or why you maybe can wait a little bit to have it done.
All right, let's go for a closer look inside the shop and see where all the magic happens. All right. Here we are inside the repair shop. Tell us about this place.
Yeah, normally we would have our three goldsmiths. We have Dan, Mariki, and Nate. And they're here all day, every day, making jewelry shiny and bright, building special pieces. All three of them have spent time working in shops not quite as nice as this, so they're still getting used to their new home. All three of them helped design the space in terms of layout, where their benches would go. We have a separate polishing room. Keeping all of that away from their benches has really, I think, while we've only been here a few months, a shop can be a very dirty thing. But just even in terms of how we're doing dust collection and things like that, keeping those machines back in storage rooms so they don't have to deal with the noise of that. And then, of course, having properly ventilated area has been really important as well.
Totally. Yeah, that's a great space just from coming from the old place, which was a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter. Even just better lighting in here. It's it's a great new spot. I'm so glad you guys built this out more for the repair service, because it is such an important part of what you guys do here.
It's a huge part of what we do. And so often our first interaction with a client is that we were able to repair grandma's ring or something that meant something to them. And so many times, I can't tell you how proud I am of the team, because even if you just go on and check out our 1,500 5-star reviews, so many of them are repair reviews. Because they were so grateful to get this piece back, and they'll say, some people say to me 3 times a week, it looks like the day I got it. And I have no idea how these guys do what they do. I'm not a bench technician. I could never set anybody's diamond. I would be the worst person imaginable to do that for you. But these guys blow us away every day. Having proper equipment like a laser welder and things like that definitely help. But as you said, it's a huge part of our business. It's a huge part of our store. And so building it out, we had 2 goldsmiths at the old store. Nate is our newest one. And we actually have even probably future-proofed this for maybe even being able to add a fourth goldsmith should the shop continue to grow. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's what we hope for. So whenever you get something at Jack Lewis, it comes in a little package, it comes in a little brand, and that has been a bit reimagined with the new store. Let's go over to gift wrap area real quick, make a quick stop and take a look at the new stuff.
Yeah.
So here we are in the room where all the packaging happens. Carter is notorious for being very delicate and intricate with how to wrap the Jack Lewis packaging box.
Yeah.
And he's going to show us how to do that now, because when you buy something at Jack Lewis, it gets wrapped up back here by the wonderful people who do that kind of thing, and it's a very important part. Again, every piece counts as far as the luxury service goes.
Yes. So what we've been able to do, to your point about every gift being wrapped meticulously, all of my staff is very specifically trained how to wrap certain types of boxes and what bows to put on them and things like that.
Yeah.
Because, and that's not just me being a control freak, there is that, but the part of it that's so important, and I remember this as a kid before I ever even worked at Jack Lewis Jewelers. My family was customers of Jack Lewis Jewelers. And you see so often at the holidays, the last gift that comes out from underneath the Christmas tree is a Jack Lewis package. I can't tell you how many times people have told me that. I mean, thousands of times I've heard that in my career here. That is never lost on me.
Yeah.
And I think my team takes it very personally. So when that thing comes out, it shouldn't look like a 5-year-old wrapped it. It should look like a special package. So if you'd like to, I could wrap a package for you. I'll just show you what the staff will do with every box. Certain boxes will do different things. If I cut that too short, I'm going to be very embarrassed.
Your instinct will take over. I'm sure it's perfect.
My instinct will take over and I'll just fix it.
I feel like we're giving away the secrets.
No, there's
a secret recipe of how to
not
do
much.
the ribbon.
John Carter, believe it or not, did not invent bow tying. And I would tell you, I'm probably not even the best in the world. I'm
Maybe top 5 in the world.
I'm the best in this zip code, I'll tell you that. Here is the thing that people don't know about ribbon tying, Josh. This is the secret that I'm about to let out.
I love it.
Sometimes customers see me do this. They don't anymore because now the gift wrapping is in the back.
Yeah.
But see, I could just do this. I could leave it like that, and that's fine.
Good, yeah.
That's fine.
But
you could say, well, you could shorten it a bit, right?
Yeah, you could.
I could just do that.
Yeah.
But I don't leave it at that. Here's the key. If you want a beautiful package at home, and you took the effort to tie your own bow, and maybe that would be a good CarterCast, actually, bow tying with Carter.
It's a whole episode. I love it.
It'd be about 4 minutes. And you know what? Ironically, I cannot tie a bow tie.
Yeah.
I can do this. It's the exact same bow. I cannot do it. So here's the tip. Get this in there.
Yep.
Pinch it. Cut it.
It's the pinch cut.
See the V? Pinch it. Cut it. Straighten your bow. Make sure it's tight. There you go.
Perfect.
See the V?
Love it. You know what that is? You know what that is? That's worthy of the finale on Christmas morning, is what that is.
This is the special piece that comes from behind.
Love it.
Yes, that is always the sentiment behind what we do. As you and I say, like, we sell stuff, but we don't just sell stuff.
Right.
We sell meanings and symbols and things like that. And that's never, ever something that we forget.
And typically one of the most common things that goes in a box like that is a diamond engagement ring, which continues to be the anchor and the heart of Jack Lewis Jewelers. Let's go over to bridal now. So here we are at the engagement ring section, diamonds and engagement rings. I guess tell us a little about this section and why you put it here, and what do you expect customers to experience when they're in this area?
Sometimes in a smaller community like Central Illinois, and we've, as you know, we draw from all over Illinois, so we probably draw from a couple hundred miles.
Yeah.
But if you're born and raised in this area, sometimes you don't want everybody to know that you're looking at engagement rings. Sometimes it's that step where not everybody knows you're quite discussing it. And sometimes it's a date night for people to come and just, a couple to sit down and say, this is what I like for the center stone, this is what I want for my band, whatever the case may be. And so we wanted to bring this and give a little bit of privacy towards the back of the store. You can see we had this screen installed that matches our beautiful lattice work, which we'll talk about. It gives just a little bit of privacy, some sit-down opportunity. And then if somebody really wants to have a little bit of additional privacy and be off the sales floor even a little bit more, we have a private viewing room right there where we can take people.
Yeah.
You could see significant increase in how much case space we've given our bridal. As you said, it's the heartbeat of what we do here at Jack Lewis. I should know this off the top of my head, but we've probably quadrupled this space by the time you take in our wonderful selection of natural loose diamonds, which is, I think, second to none. I mean, I've been in thousands of stores and have not seen that on display quite like that.
Yeah.
We celebrate natural diamonds on a daily basis, and then of course our bridal partners, everything that you see here from Benchmark wedding bands and Valora and Gabriel and Fauna. We just have a really great collection of some of the best bridal vendors in the world.
I remember seeing the initial like blueprints for the store when it was being built, and seeing that bridal was tucked away back in the corner. I remember thinking, why? Like I figured bridal would be like the first thing you see, like just diamond engagement rings, like right here when you first walk in. And then I was like, oh, of course that's why it would be further back, because of the thing you mentioned, the privacy, and just wanting people to feel like when they're in here shopping for diamonds and engagement rings that they're not like on display for everybody to see. There is enough privacy. You can feel like you can really take your time and look at stuff. It was a great idea to put it in this area.
Yeah, it was really important. It was important to me to have some sit-down cases. We'd never had that at any iteration of the store. And it just creates a little bit more of an intimate experience when you can sit down with a client and again just enjoy yourself and have a drink and go through the process. And buying an engagement ring should be fun. Picking out the perfect ring should be something that you remember for the rest of your life. And I think that again, my people already do that. Now we have the building that matches that promise. So I'm really happy about that.
Well, this is all of the first floor.
Oh, there's a second floor.
There's a second floor at the next Jack Lewis Jewelers. Let's go upstairs. Take a look around.
Let's check it out.
Come with us.
Hey, Josh, while we're walking, I want to talk about one of my favorite design features in the store. It's in my top two.
Okay.
One of the things that came up when we were doing the interior design was, what do we put on this back wall? It was going to be a really significant part of the store. I mean, you see it when you walk in, your eyes are kind of drawn to it. And so one of the things that Stephanie, my designer, and Kyle, the architect, came up with was they found this company that does these laser cut panels, and we were able to custom design our own lattice work. It gives you kind of a little bit of a mid-century modern vibe with the lattice work. But as you know, because you were really quick to pick up on it, it became something now. It's an element that you've been using in our marketing as kind of a backdrop, because it's such a pretty thing. And again, this color concept of what we talked about with the packaging already existed in the store, and we loved this combination so much. It was Missy that said that should be our packaging colors. And so this champagne and what'd you call the blue? What's that called?
Wellstone.
Wellstone blue and champagne. So the store colors came from this combination of the back wall and this lattice work. Which we've carried this theme around the store, soon to be even on the rooftop.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's go up there. So this is upstairs, where you can look over and see what's going on down on the. I
can survey my kingdom from up here.
What's up going on, peasants? Hello from up here.
Sometimes I throw things. I throw Skittles. Skittles to the staff when they've done a good job.
That would have been awesome.
Brad, get a Skittle.
What was the rationale behind building a two-story jewelry store? How did this come about?
Well, the footprint of the lot, and as you know, we were very excited to come out and be near Ancho and Agave and Biaggi's and Crafted and Vision Point, and we really felt like we could bring a lot to the neighborhood, and that they would bring a lot to us, and that definitely has been the case. But one of the problems with the lot itself was the footprint. That it didn't allow us. It was a little less than an acre, and so by the time you add parking and everything else, if we didn't go up, we would have ended up with the same amount of space that we had before. So we had to take mostly, the upstairs is not retail. The upstairs is our office space. It's our conference room. There's some other amenities up here. And we knew if we didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to offer this sort of an experience. Still would have been a beautiful store. And it is significantly different to go up than it is just to do a sprawling single-story building, but we're really thankful that we did.
Yeah. And so being up here gets you closer to this wonderful ceiling. Tell us about the ideas behind this.
Yeah, so this is, again, this was Kyle's design from the get-go. I mean, this was one of the very first things that he rendered, and we just loved it immediately. And one of the things that we get, so, everybody says how nice the pictures and everything look, but when people come and visit it in person, there's two things that you can't capture, even as good as you guys are. There's two things you can't capture on film, and that's the height or the light. And the ceiling, which is this beautiful kind of wood feel, it's not wood actually. When you get up close, you can see that, but it gives this really soft sort of palette that is above you. We didn't want an ominous feeling above you. We wanted it to still feel very, very warm, and it does do that. And so, again, the height at 23 feet, and then what were these lights going to be like from 23 feet down? Because we still want to show things. We still need to show jewelry. And everything, the combination of it really has just been perfect. So as I said, the lattice work is one of my two favorite features of the building. The ceiling is the other. Yeah.
As you've said, you're a sentimental guy. We already talked about some of the history of the clock outside, the history of timepieces, but you also have a couple things up here in the office area that are pretty historic as well. Let's go to the Jack Lewis Legacy case. Check that out. Walk us through this.
Yeah, so this is a collection of things that I have. People ask me, how did you get all this? And the answer to it probably sounds weird, but I have been saving these things for about 20 years, and the off chance that I ever built a new store, I would build a case like this. I truly had that in mind. And so I saved these things and just had them in storage for many, many years. And some of these are things that people have given me. Mr. Lewis's granddaughter was just in the store yesterday, and she gave me this box here that I didn't have. So shout out to Susan. Thank you so much for that. But this is a collection of old boxes. It has, there are old things in here from Mr. Lewis's history. Mr. Wolwin gave me this the other day, which I thought was really cool. This is a jewelry box from Marion, Illinois, with a Masonic pin in it. But this is the store that Mr. Lewis managed when he was young, before he moved to Bloomington.
Wow, so we're talking like mid-20s then?
Yeah, probably mid-20s, early 20s.
Mid-1920s.
Yeah, and then I think one of the oldest boxes that I have, that would be the oldest, but not Jack Lewis related, one of the oldest I would have, and I have a little showcase downstairs. So if you're in the retail area and you don't make it upstairs, there's also a little outlet of this downstairs if you love local history like I do. And this one is from Olbrich and Lewis Jewelers. When Mr. Lewis first came to town, he came to work for Olbrich Jewelers. He worked for Mr. Olbrich, and they soon became business partners. What's interesting about this is it says Olbrich and Lewis Illinois Hotel Building, which is the original Jack Lewis. Originally, Olbrich was across the street. So we know that this is truly from the old Jack Lewis building because it says Illinois Hotel. And same with this one here, this little plastic one, which I believe to be from the 50s. Matchbooks. Just be surprised how many matchbooks I have. And I think that the history here is that on top of the Illinois Hotel building, there was a really nice restaurant. And this would have been in the 50s or 40s. And at everybody's place setting was a Jack Lewis book of matches. And to me, the really cool thing here is the phone number, which is...
I've never seen that before.
2300-5.
That's incredible. Wow.
I would love to call that today.
Unfortunately.
Well, I think that was back in the day when you would call the operator and you'd say 2300. I don't know.
What's a phone call? You should text it. Text it and see if anybody picks up. This is awesome. I love that you decided to put this. Early on, I remember you talking about, we got this old script logo that we've always had.
This is the original logo from the Eastland Drive location. And years ago, people were like, "Oh, that's so amazing!" I was like, "It's literally been in the other store for 15 years."
I know.
but when we had this wall, and as I was, we didn't know what to do with it. And I said, "That's where my showcase is going to go." So the same folks that built my showcases, shout out to JMJ. They built this for me. They said, "Well, you want it for what?" And I said, I have things, but I have this old, I have a Jack Lewis branded watch with the old logo. One of the new additions that you don't even know about is I have Mr. Lewis's pinky ring.
No way.
Yeah, this is Mr. Lewis's pinky ring that he wore every day.
That's awesome.
And if you see old photos of him, he will probably have this ring on.
Wow.
which is very cool. I have this old smoke box that they sent out as a gift to their top customers or friends in 1945 as a Christmas gift.
It's amazing. That is amazing.
Yep. So just somebody found it at Third Sunday Market, and just like 10 years ago, somebody said, "Hey, do you want this?" And I said, "Yes, I do." So if anybody has anything like that, and you want it to have a happy home, it will live here in our Jack Lewis Heritage case, or in the one on the sales floor. As we've talked about, and I think people who know me know, you said I'm sentimental. I'm also a student of history.
Yeah.
And so anything that like local history, particularly Jack Lewis history, it's all just really essential because it's where we came from, whether we know it or not. It shaped where we are.
Yeah.
And there would be no store today in this location if Mr. Lewis didn't have that vision, and that's why his name will always appear in the building.
100%. Well, let's walk back down the hall to your kingdoms, your smaller kingdoms.
Don't forget Stranger Things.
Oh my gosh, right. We were on Stranger Things.
We were on Stranger Things, so this lives on this digital frame. Everybody make sure you check out season 4, episode 1.
That's what it was.
This is where we keep Missy. Look at she's plotting right now. She was plotting. Everybody say hi to Missy. Missy is the heart and soul behind what we do, and would be no store on Galena Road if it wasn't for this lady. So thankful for you and everything that you do. And Missy is responsible for every piece of merchandise that you see in the showcase. We were talking about how excited we are to have Marco Bicego now. What an addition that's going to be.
So excited. And my office is always this clean.
False. False. It was not this clean like a half hour ago.
No.
I noticed as we were setting up for CarterCast, but it looks great now.
It does.
So
one thing I do want to say about Missy and what she's done here. So brand new store that you referenced earlier, that you have so much jewelry. Where does it all go, right? And so the thinking and strategy of where to put what jewelry where and why and how comes a lot from Missy's brain, I understand. And so when you walk into the store and you see kind of how everything's laid out and what jewelry brands and lines are displayed in what areas, that's a lot of Missy's work. And so anything to say about like how that came about, like what went into making some of those decisions?
That was hard. Probably the hardest process that we've done so far.
Yeah.
It just literally was trial and error. We moved things around a lot until it felt right. But I think it looks really good. Yeah.
Totally.
We did that soft opening for the first month before we even really advertised that we were open. And it was really like a week into it, we realized how much we needed that. And we talked a little bit about how excited you were in particular to get here. Just because we had triple the amount of case space didn't mean we needed triple the amount of jewelry. It feels like it.
Right.
But you and Amanda have done such a great job
Yes.
displaying it.
Yes. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but I think it's paid off. It looks beautiful. Just like it's a dream. It's the way we've always wanted our store to look.
Awesome.
Yeah, we wouldn't do almost anything differently.
Yep.
Very cool. Let's head back out. A couple more stops to make, including the memory wall at the end of the hall.
Let's go see if we can find anybody else plotting against me. We have a gem lab, Josh, which seems like it might sound like a funny thing, but as an accredited professional from the American Gem Society, as a certified gemologist appraiser, one of the important things for us to have is what we call an accredited gem lab, an AGL, which means we have to have a certain types of equipment for gemstone identification, for grading diamonds. And so finally, that stuff had always lived in my office, and now we have a specific office that's pretty well dedicated to that. When Joel comes and does our appraisals,
Yeah, he's up here doing that.
Yeah, or when I'm doing them, like it's just a nice way to do it, and I can take it all. It doesn't. None of that has to live on my desk anymore. I can just come down here, have proper lighting and the proper equipment. And it's a luxury that not many stores have. So we're really thankful to have that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
We were able to take some of my rocks and minerals.
You love the rocks. That's right. Yeah. Like there's.
And I was somewhat embarrassed by how many hundreds of these things I had accumulated over the years, and I actually shared them with my staff.
Take these, please.
Yeah, we had a little rock show up here a couple weeks ago, but the significant pieces. This is this crystalline quartz that I had bought many years ago in Tucson when I had first bought the store, and it stood behind the cash register as a really special piece to me. So I wanted this to have a prominent place in our store.
Yeah.
And then we have our amethyst geode and just bits and pieces of some of the old. Some of that lives in my office now. Some of it lives in the Gem Lab.
Yeah.
But the nature behind what we do is also very important to me. I don't know.
Of course.
I collect these things. Like this, as you said, I'm sentimental. I'm sentimental almost about everything. So it's very important to me to have little touches of this around the store. It's a little bit of an homage to, again, like the nature behind what we do and sort of that moment in my life when we bought the store and that transition from that was the next Jack Lewis at that time.
Yeah.
And so bringing them to this location meant a lot to me.
Awesome. Let's take a look at the back wall here.
Yeah.
Tell us about this guy.
This is our memory wall.
Yeah.
And we got this idea from a friend of ours out east who had done something similar in their store, where also, again, a very rich history store.
Yeah.
So one day, I took about a day and a half and I went and found all of these digital ads and articles, pictures of Mr. Lewis. You can see here Mr. Lewis's pinky ring that I referenced down in the history case. Articles about John and me and when I won the Shipley. So it was just kind of some of the things that led to this point. Old ads. This was one of the oldest ones that I could find, which was very interesting. That's announcing Mr. Lewis coming to Olbrich Jewelry Company.
Wow.
And so that is really special. And then pictures of Mr. Lewis in the store are actually pretty rare. I only have these two.
Yeah.
And again, if anybody has more, we would love to know about them. So we are always collecting our own history.
Definitely worth a stop up here on the Jack Lewis tour when you come by the store to see the legacy case up top and see the memory wall when you're up here.
Yeah, again, what we said outside, just little Easter eggs hidden around the store. So if we can take you on a tour, please ask, and we'll take you upstairs and we'll show you some of these things in person because we love to talk about them.
Couple more stops left. You can actually have meetings now.
Yeah.
In a great big
full-fledged
fun
meetings.
conference room. Let's go check out the conference room.
So this is, you've seen some of this. You can see the conference room from the sales floor with a little bit of privacy on the windows. We're having a new table built for in here that'll seat, should be about 12 feet. And we'll be able to have Zoom calls on the TV. You can see the podiums for when we're doing presentations or trainings. We could do private shows up here with some of our vendors where a vendor can come up over. We can invite 6 or 7 clients and we could just sit up here and have a nice private viewing. Also, and it's already taken shape a little bit, my vision for this room. We don't need this room all the time, but as you know, being a good steward in our community is very important to us as well. We also see this as a space for some local not-for-profits. If they need to have a space off-site or just need to have something with proper technology and things like that they could come use. That's always an option that's on the table. They're welcome to do that if somebody wants to contact me. I want people to see this space as that sort of space. It's not necessarily a shared community space, and that's in the sense that everybody can do it. But call first. Maybe just don't show up and bring your customers and sit here and sign contracts. Maybe don't do that. But if it can be useful, particularly for our not-for-profit friends, that's was my vision for this, in addition to all the things that we will use it for Jack Lewis. And you mentioned you can see up from the first floor, but only kinda. Like you have a little bit of the film on the windows, so there is enough privacy up here where you could have a meeting and you're not going to be interrupted by a bunch of other people looking in on you. We carried the reverse pattern of that lattice work up on the vinyl, which I thought was a really nice touch. And totally. We can be up here, but not everybody could see everybody that's in here. And see our beautiful chandelier.
Love it. And one of the reasons to have a meeting up here is because you have an amazing view of which will be the last stop, Rooftop Terrace. Show us around. Here we are, outside at the jewelry store. Tell us about the inspiration for this place. Why'd you want to do the Rooftop Terrace?
Based on what we talked about, the way that we can use that conference room, have those special meetings, sometimes those meetings need a little bit of unwind time. And so we have some patio furniture out here. We have a nice fire pit. Very shortly, as in the next hour or so, we're having some planters that's going to carry that screen pattern up that you see from the sales floor.
Nice, okay.
So it'll just be a very be a nice, elegant space, almost like a rooftop that you would have at a nice hotel.
Yeah.
And for occupancy on this roof is 40 people. Okay. So don't worry, City of Bloomington. That is occupancy, but I probably won't do that many. And it's, but it's just a nice way. We have a drink rail. We've got music out here. And if you pan this way and show the view, not only do we have a view of our wonderful neighbors, Biaggi's, but you see that, Josh? Looks a little bit like a Harold Gregor, doesn't it?
Sure does. It almost looks like what we see on the wall. Almost like that was intentional.
Yeah.
Almost like there was some thought that went into that.
Almost like Harold painted that just for me. Which really does make it feel special. But no, this is, again, just another extension. Yeah, I would probably classify this in the Easter egg category, where it's another special thing about our building that makes the building unique, makes our space unique, makes our business unique. Yeah. But you know, early on, when we were maybe in the store for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I had one of my longtime customers say to me, she'd been here for, I don't know, she was here for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. She was checking out and she was doing everything that we had just helped her with, and she looked around and her mouth was just like still. She just looked at me, she said, I can't believe this place. And I said, it makes you proud of your town, doesn't it? Yeah. And she said, it does. Like almost as if that's what she was feeling. And I think she felt that was weird. And I said, that's the point. Yeah. We deserve nice places to visit and nice places to shop. And as you and I have talked about, we've used the term luxury and we use the term service. We're so conditioned to having to get in our car or an airplane and go buy something and have a luxury experience. And my friends in Central Illinois deserve that experience, and they deserve to have it here. And so it really is an honor for us to have built this. I mean, I think it's safe to say this is the nicest thing I've ever built in my life. I don't think it's probably going to get outdone.
Probably not.
But you know, I'm really thankful to be a part of this community, and that the community has supported us for so long to a point that we've gotten here, because this building wouldn't exist without almost 100 years of support and friends. So you all made it happen.
That's pretty much the entire tour. Let's go back inside and wrap it up. So this is the brand new Jack Lewis Jewelers. This has been a fantastic tour. Thank you for showing us around. Certainly we want you to come out and visit the new store. From wherever you're from, Carter just mentioned that this is for the people not just in this local community, but Central Illinois. We want this to be more of a destination for the entire Midwest. We think it's worth the drive from wherever you're coming from. So, Carter, what kind of final words would you say to close out this tour of the new store?
I mean, just that. I think that this store and my people provide such an experience that I think that I know it's worth the drive. Right. I know that they're worth the drive. Yeah. And
the coffee alone.
The coffee alone is worth the drive. I mean, yeah, you can testify to that. And again, we're just so thankful to be able to do what we do and to celebrate happy occasions with our friends and with our clients and with new clients that we meet every day from, as you said, all over. And we think that this is going to be a very happy home for Jack Lewis Jewelers for the next 100 years.
I think so. See you soon.